Alright, yes guys, welcome to the trade recap of the trade that I took today on the 23rd of June. Let's get straight into it. Overall bearish bias going into the AM session. By looking at the daily time frame, we was trading out of the September futures contract on NQ, that daily bearish gap. So our bias is going to be running as bearish. On the 4-hour time frame, we was not trading out of a fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame at the time of the trade, therefore had a neutral bias. On the hourly time frame, we was actually trading out of an hourly bearish gap. Prices jumped forward on us just here. Let's play it back to actually when we took the trade, which was at 11 AM. You guys can see here that we're trading out of an hourly bearish gap and we have an unfilled hourly bullish gap resting below as an overall draw. And then on the 15-minute time frame, we wasn't actually trading out of the 15-minute bullish gap. Trading views jumped forward on the recap tool. We was trading out of a 15-minute bearish gap, so we had a bearish bias there on the 15-minute. Overall bearish bias going into the AM session with a sweep of London highs. Sweep liquidity along with a bearish bias. Now we're dropping down to the lower time frame. You can clearly see that we've had a shift in market structure on both NQ and ES. We also have a bearish SMT at the previous short-term high on ES as NQ took out the high, ES didn't. So ES is the weaker pair with a bearish SMT confluence for the trade. We had a fair value gap plus a bearish breaker, clean displacement, entry inside of macro, running only a 20 handle stop, and I'm looking to target the first 1 minute low that gives me a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So I ran a 20 handle stop. I'm targeting the first 1 minute low, which is not going to be this one, it's going to be this one, the first 1 minute low, aiming for a 4.22 risk to reward on this trade. Price never ended up going to my TP and took me out for a 2-handle gain, which is relatively a break-even trade on the day. It's all about the thought process. As long as the thought process of the trades you take are correct, the byproduct of knowledge, patience is going to equal payouts. As each day goes by, don't reflect your trading day in a dollar amount aspect. Whether you lost money, made money, or broke even on the day, it ultimately doesn't matter. It all depends. Can you keep your psychology in check? Can you have the patience in order to take the right trade, which is actually going to yield you a profit instead of gambling? As price took the first short-term low, which you can see there is very close to break even, therefore I didn't go to break even. I moved my stops to the short-term high, only risking 5 handles from that point. Once we took the second short-term low, which is this one, you can see that I actually went straight towards break even, and then price traded into that unfilled 15-minute bullish gap. We had another unfilled gap resting below on the 15-minute, which you could have looked to target. If you guys have enjoyed this trade recap from today, make sure to drop a like on this video and follow for more.